Here the day after Valentine's Day.
Well, we got us a game here, a 2-point game, 8 minutes, little plus to go. Exactly what we wanted. Now the competition will start to surface.
Here's Yao Ming. And Yao has had the touch. 8 for 14, 16 points.
And showing that maybe he will deserve the starting spot.
He is got a wonderfully soft touch.
Michael Redd with the catch and shoot from downtown. So Redd off the bench for 13 in his first All-Star appearance.
Well, when you coach against Rick Carlisle, he loves to run that play out of timeouts. He used to run that in Detroit.
Kobe Bryant and the West within one. 18 points for Kobe. Kobe's hit 8 of 10 from the field. Kenyon Martin, Baron Davis not able to put it down. And the East will maintain possession. Last touch by the way.
And you may now see the group that both coaches intend to finish up with coming on the floor. Here comes Kobe, getting ready to take up Michael Redd down towards the baseline with the quick move, and then an incredible ability to make shots while he's off balance because he squares himself up and gets a good look at the rim. And with about 7.5 minutes remaining now, this could be the serious time for both coaches as far as playing the guys that they want to take them home.
Flip Saunders sending Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, and Kevin Garnett back out of the floor. Jason Kidd gives it up. Allen Iverson back to Kidd. Yes.
And that's the first semblance to me of what looked like real basketball.
I want the rookies and sophomores to watch this too, that there is a competitive part to this game. That it's not just all show, but that it is competition as well.
Both coaches told us they would stay to the substitution pattern as Duncan was able to hit for the 40 minutes, the final 8, different story, and these are the guys for the most part who will finish. Here is Kidd for 3. Kobe Bryant, Steve Francis in the backcourt, Duncan, O'Neal, Garnett up front, Shaq, and the West leads 117-116.
If the East is going to win, they're going to have to hit their perimeter shots. They're not going to get to the basket. Look at the front line, Garnett, Duncan, and Shaq. You're not going to get to the rim, so you're going to have to space the floor, and they're going to have to hit a high percentage of their long-distance shots. The West is going to pound it inside.
And a reach-in foul on Artest. Steve Francis sits down, placed by Ray Allen.
This is the MVP front line for the West when you think about it, though.
Yes.
One of these 3 guys certainly could wind up being the league's MVP this year.
Ray Allen getting inside for that rebound on the follow. The West leading by 3. And O'Neal is fouled as Bryant came over trying to help out. Second on Kobe.
You know, when I look at Jermaine O'Neal and I see what this young guy did and how he's improved his game from his early years in Portland, I can only think of guys like Kwame Brown and Eddie Curry, Tyson Chandler, these young high school players. If they can get to this level, what a tremendous thing it will be for them to be able to show how good they can be as well.
Welcome back to Staples in Los Angeles. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, the Czar, Mike Fratello. And Doug, from a competitive point of view, I'd have to say that this is one of the better NBA All-Star games.
Well, a couple things. First of all, the East is led by 9, the West by 7, so there's been no big lead by either team. It's been competitive throughout. What I like, 72 total assists, 37 turnovers, so it's not been a real sloppy game. I think guys have done a good job with that.
And Czar, a number of MVP candidates, including a surprise, Jamal McGlure of the New Orleans Hornets.
Jason Kidd you could think of as well. One team, the Eastern team, has 7 players in double figures. The Western Conference team has 6 players in double figures. So right now, I'd like Shaq out front for the MVP award.
Shaquille O'Neal with 20 points, 11 rebounds. Jermaine O'Neal at the line. He's had his ups and downs at the free throw line. Jermaine on the night, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 1 of 3 at the line.
You know, when you think of Jermaine O'Neal also, too, he re-signed with Indiana, thinking Isaiah was going to be the coach. Isaiah was replaced by Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle immediately met with him as the long pass to Garnett. Spent a day with him, and I think Jermaine O'Neal did a terrific job getting with him on the same page, and it's been very, very fruitful for Indiana this year.
Yes, Indiana 39-14. They lead the East. That's the second best record in the NBA. Our test of the Indiana Pacers able to get inside. 121-119. The West with the lead. 5.5 to play in the fourth. Kidd came to the blind side to knock it out of the hands of O'Neal.
Doug, let's face it, Jermaine O'Neal probably was the key to the whole thing in Indiana as far as how well was he going to accept Rick Carlisle. And, you know, the players are very, very smart. They know. They can tell whether the guy sitting there coaching him is a leader, is organized, knows what he's doing. So, obviously, after a short amount of time, Jermaine O'Neal decided that Rick Carlisle was not a bad replacement for Isaiah.
McLaurin, Tracy McGrady back on the floor for the East. Here's Bryant. Duncan finds the open man. It's Allen for three.
That guy can really shoot the ball. I tell you what, the West is going to have to be very careful. You got two great guys on the floor, Jason Kidd and Iverson, two of the best in the league at steals. They better really be careful.
Here's Jermaine O'Neal. Nice move as he showed power and ended with finesse. 124-121. The West with the lead and the ball. Jack was overplayed by McLaurin. Good play as leads to a turnover.
McLaurin went for the steal. He just felt that if he stood behind Shaq, he was just going to overpower him. So he took the gamble and paid off.
McLaurin.
Get it, boy.
Allen pushing it down net by Iverson. Nice move by Allen. And he's out of bounds. Kobe Bryant tried to back up and stepped out.
It's very difficult to shoot a three from the corner. Your tendency is to want to take a step back. And how many times do you see in a game where a guy steps out of bounds when he's trying to shoot a three from the corner?
Come on. West with 3 turnovers the last 4 possessions. And Iverson is fouled. He was hacked by Allen.
We had 14 total fouls at the 8:22 mark, 7 on each team. You're going to see the competitiveness of the game as teams now will start fouling and forcing free throws rather than all those layups and dunks we saw earlier in the game.
So Iverson to the line. Kenyon Martin is checked back in. Coming on for Jamal McLaurin. You see the leaders tonight. Shaq, 20 points. Iverson with just 2 points, but he does have 11 assists.
Doug, you talk about free throw shooting for the West. Their 2 big men up front, Shaquille O'Neal and Tim Duncan, both have struggled this season from the free throw line. So if they're going to foul intentionally, put them on the line. If you're the East, there's 2 real good guys out there to go after.
East 7 of 14 at the free throw line, so that has cost them. O'Neal to the drop step. Iverson looking for the steal. Committed the foul.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Iverson and Jason Kidd are going to roam, and every time that ball goes into the post and a guy spins, you can count on one of those guys being back in their lap, digging away. That time Iverson got called for the foul. But watch Iverson come from the backside here. He leads the league in steals, and that's one of the reasons why.
Into the hands of Allen, saved by Duncan. Here's Allen trying to put a move on Martin. Martin, one of the better defenders in the league, cut him off. Allen for 3. And the foul as Duncan was all over